Good afternoon, everybody. I am Michelle Held, and I'm here today to talk to you about return on investment, or ROI, of social media marketing. So I'm going to talk to you about why it's so difficult to measure your return on investment for social. I'm going to give you some steps to make tracking your followers and clicks through from social and calculating a little bit easier. And then I'll talk a little bit about, there's a baby back there, talk a little bit about how we measure the soft goals of social, the earned shares and things like that are even more difficult to measure and calculate your ROI from. So I was inspired to do this talk, and I wrote an article in Feedfront magazine that you got when you checked in at Affiliate Summit. There was a Harvard Business Review article one day, and I was going through Twitter, and I see this title where the author wrote, "Is social media marketing really helping your business's bottom line?" And I click through to Harvard Biz, and he's got a big, huge hashtag. I got a slip story too. That says hashtag nope. And it made me laugh at first. I'm like, wow, this is really bold, because that's what it looks like on Harvard Biz. And I thought, hey, he can't write that. He's going to put us all out of business. So ROI, or return on investment, is a basic calculation. It's not specific to marketing, not specific to social media, and it's just how much money you make divided by how much money you put into it, and then times 100 if you want to see it as a percentage. So for us, for marketing, we want to see it as net income divided by how much it costs you, either in your hourly, your own time, or if you're hiring someone or using a productivity tool like Hootsuite to do scheduling, and that factors into how much you spend on your social. So our author from Harvard Biz cites a Gallup poll, where it's a survey, and it says 7% of CMOs, chief marketing officers, surveyed, only 7% said they understood the value they were getting from digital. Interesting take, because his title said social media in particular, but it's about digital. And then doing some research for this talk and for the article in Feedfront, I came across another survey, and this is of 750 online marketers. 88% of them said they didn't feel they could accurately measure what they were getting out of their social marketing. So they're pretty eye-opening statistics where people don't actually feel comfortable and don't really understand what they're getting out of it and have a tough time measuring it. So can we really measure the ROI of social media? Sure we can. So what's the big issue with it? It's not a lack of data. In fact, there's probably too much data going on all the time. We have shares, likes, posts, tweets, favorites, little hearts if you're on Pinterest. So it's not a matter of not enough data, but which data is what you should be looking at. So it may not be perfect, but it's not impossible either. It's definitely complicated. So what do we really want to know about our social media marketing? Most people want to know, hey, where's my money? But you really have to break it down into smaller steps. Come on in, have a seat. Break it down into smaller steps. And what I tell people when they start to work on expanding their website, maybe they're trying to break it into other offers, go international, a new web page, get onto a new social platform, is they really, really need to define a goal. We have hard and soft goals. Clicks through to the website result in sales, or we have shares, like, and brand recognition. We want to know what's the monetary value of a fan, and of course, what are we getting in sales? So the first thing to do, whether you're doing pay-per-click, social media marketing, content marketing, writing a new web page, adding a microsite to your brand, is to define a goal. Without a well-defined goal, it's really, really tough to measure anything, and certainly can't measure your return on investment. And a goal for your page, besides, if you are 100% online, and many people in here just doing affiliate marketing that all occurs online, it's rather straightforward for them. They have a click coming in, segmenting it by whether they're a Twitter follower, a Facebook click, a Pinterest click. They're on the page, they make a sale, dollar value of that sale. That's pretty straightforward, but you get other things out of it as well, and you should be striving for these other things as well. Reach, brand recognition, your customer experience. You can get instant feedback from a new offering or a program you might be thinking of offering, and see if are your customers really interested, and which platform. Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest responds best to it. Lead generation. Many of you out there are, or maybe should be, doing lead generation, which means gathering email addresses from the visitors to your website because they'll be involved in a future marketing campaign. Shares, likes, and follows. These are our soft goals, our earned shares, earned media. When you're starting out on a new social platform, say you don't have any Instagram followers because it's the newest, biggest platform out there, your goal may be just to get more followers for now until you have a certain amount where you feel you can actually start to sell something. It may take 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 Twitter followers before you can make a sale off of it. So that's your goal, and that's what you'll be measuring at your ROI in the beginning. Maybe you have your users buy something offline. Sometimes the goal of a website or a web page is to get someone to pick up the phone and call you. Some things are sold offline, like a gym membership or some equipment. That would be your goal, and you're going to have to, for that kind of user or that kind of click, you're going to have to assign a dollar value to them. So if you want to measure the return on investment of some sort of sale that occurs offline, or even your lead generation, your email signups, they may not make the sale until 1, 2, 3 emails down the road, maybe a 2-week time frame, and there'll be a certain dollar value, and you may have to average it. It depends on your line of business. If you're not 100% online, or you don't have a good tracking through your website, you may have to assign a dollar value to each click and then segment it by which social platform they came from and assign a value to them to calculate your ROI. Visits to the website. So it's a concept of click attribution. And this means which click or which visit to your website gets credit for the sale. Old school e-commerce, like 10 years ago, the first visit in gets credit for the sale. I was at Ticket Summit 2 weeks ago in Las Vegas listening to the speakers there, and the speaker cited a stat that said a concert ticket buyer shops for about 2 weeks before they actually buy the ticket. So if you're in marketing tickets, you may get multiple visits from this user to your site before they make the sale. So where are you going to credit that? So the first time they come to your site, maybe it is a social click. Maybe it's an SEO click because they search for a particular performer at a particular venue. The second or third time they visit your site to check prices, check your fees, they're going to probably come in directly to your website because they already know your name. But they're really going to be a social sale, and they should, or social sale or SEO sale or other, and that click in should get credit for it. A couple weeks ago, I was in the mall, and I saw a dress I wanted in the store. It's Tommy Hilfiger. So I like it. I go into the store, ask them, where's this dress in the storefront? We don't have it. So you have a dress in the front that, it's in the front window and you don't even have it. So I go home, get on my favorite shopping site, eBay, and I'm searching for it. Hilfiger red dress with stripes. Can't find it. I go out to Google and I start searching for it there. Same thing, I end up on Pinterest. From Pinterest, I end up on Polyvore, but I can't buy it from there. But now I have the name of the model, Hilfiger nautical dress it was. I go back out to Google, search for it, I end up on Hilfiger's website. But then before I actually buy, I go to Retail Me Not, so another coupon sharing sort of social site. I buy the dress. Who gets credit for that click? Any ideas? What kind of click would that be? It's an SEO click because I searched for the brand name and model name of the dress came to Hilfiger, and that's what it's going to be. But it really wasn't. I went on Pinterest first, and I actually saw it in a brick and mortar store even before that, and it's tough to track that kind of click. So the standard for e-commerce is the first click in, you could make it the last click. You can't get into what's in the middle. First click or last click, whichever one you choose, as long as it's standardized, so you have a standard methodology so you can fairly compare your different segments, your different audiences, and how much each one spends. And it also is good to know how long it takes them to make a sale, so you know when to give up and when to keep trying to market and remarket to them, especially if you're doing email. So again, this concept of blurred lines. This is a picture of Google Analytics from one of my websites. So you say I have pretty equal social and organic traffic. I'm doing some paid here and direct traffic. And here's referral. We'll talk about referral in a minute. My first recommendation to you is to run analytics on your websites, whether you're going to do pay-per-click, SEO work, social, so you know the general health of your website. If something has radically changed, if you have problems, if you're going to do Google Analytics, you want to run Webmaster Tools, which is now called the Search Console. Some other good tracking programs include Stack Counter, which is free for like the first 500 URLs. If you're using HubSpot for your email, that's a nice tracking program as well. And get some stats on your site. A lot of your social traffic can end up here in referral, especially if it's mobile. Sorry, your social media traffic rather. And also indirect. So we see that we have some traffic ends up, if you go to Google Analytics, if you're running it, go dig down into these and you'll see mobile Facebook, mobile Twitter end up in one of these two sometimes. Not all of it, but sometimes. So how can we track that or clear up that data so we know accurately what's coming in, where it's coming from, and give social